Anyways, we just got back from convention and it was awesome. And so we wanted to share a little bit about convention, kind of the announcements that happened from convention. And then for those who were at convention, I thought that we would have them share kind of a takeaway or an aha moment that they had. And so that you guys can hear from not just me, but you can hear from other people as well. I felt like there was a little different vibe at this convention. It's always fun and a party, but some years feel more like a party. And this year I felt like everyone was there ready to focus on what they could do to grow their business. I felt like it had just a little more, I don't know, like everyone was purposeful. It was a purposeful convention and everyone was there and ready to roll. And you could feel it in the air, like there's been a shift and we are ready to take our businesses to the next level. So I loved that. They made several announcements at convention, so I thought I'd go through those first. The first one is they have a new app and it's called Paparazzi EXP, and I'm going to show that to you guys. So if you're keeping track, there are a few different apps that you can have with Paparazzi. One of them is like the regular Paparazzi app. Some of you use that to order new releases in. There is the Paparazzi Premier app, and that is what you use to organize your own personal inventory and to create your own online store. There were announcements about that too, and I'll do those in a second. But now this third app is called Paparazzi EXP. And I have been playing around with it. This is what it looks like. I will do a training on it, hopefully tomorrow. But the point of this one is sometimes you want to use those assets like pictures of the Z collection or featured sneak peeks or your fashion fix pictures or your blockbuster pictures. And sometimes those are harder to find in your back office. Like you kind of have to dig down to go get those. Or maybe you hit like a life of a party level and you want that frame that you put your picture in and you can't find it, right? Like all those assets and images that Paparazzi has, they're at your fingertips in this app. So you can scroll up and down. They're also putting like sneak peeks in here. Like you can see the sneak peeks from today in here, and you can use those images. You can toggle on and off these sections. So up at the top right here, there's a toggle bar, and you can decide which of these you want to turn. I've got them all on. I want to see all the things. But like say you don't want to see like the blockbuster. Maybe you have those already saved on your phone. You could toggle that section off. But it just makes it really easy to see all those assets and to share those assets. So instead of like having to compose something, it has share buttons. So you can share it to social media. You can share it to a text. It just makes it real easy to share that information out, which is awesome. As you scroll down to the bottom, you can also add your own section. And I think this is going to be really powerful. Like I added my website link in there. I added, like I took a picture from convention that says new EXP app, and it's got it right there. So when I click on that, I can share that out. Like if I had someone that was interested in paparazzi and wanted to learn the new things that are coming, I could hit that share button and I can just send it automatically to a contact. And let me show you guys this. Hang on. When you send it to a contact, let's send it to Trevor Beeler. He's super cool right there. Okay, so you can hit social. I did this earlier today. Okay. I don't want to edit it. Okay. Then when you go to write the message, like I'm going to text it to him, it can AI generate a message for you based on what you saved the description of the picture as. And if you don't like what that says, you can hit this twisty bar, that circle, and it'll rewrite it and it'll write something else. And look, there's emojis. Emojis. So excited.
Sorry.
Right, this one says, hey Trevor, have you heard about the new EXP app? It's a game changer with you. And then it lists features and it says there's training videos, don't miss out, check out the new app today. And I can hit send and it sends them the text. In addition to that, I get a text back in the app I think it came as a text and in the app. I'm sure you can change the settings if he opened it. And so I thought, well, that's cool, because I sent it to him and then used his phone to open it just to see what would happen. So anyway, I think that can be really powerful to connect or to list your own things in there. Maybe you have something that you always send someone when they are asking you about how to shop with you, and you can automatically send it to them, and not have to rewrite it every time. You could have like a graphic image that you send. So that's in the home button down there. The next button is Glimpse. This ties into your Paparazzi Premier app and your Paparazzi back office, and it lets you know about your customers, where you can track their first order, orders within 90 days, and completed orders. So that's really fun to track new customers and be able to help them out. The next one is the Learn button. So this is actually another announcement from convention that there's a new onboarding system. So if you've ever been hesitant to add someone to your team because you're like, I don't know what to tell them, or I don't know how to help them to get started, it's here. It's here for them, and they are ready to roll. So there are 3 paths. So this is a path, this is a path, this is a path. When you click into it like this, then there are different courses in the path. So this course, this course, this course, right? Within the courses are lessons. And I know that sounds like a lot, but the lessons are like 1 minute long. They're not very long. And so you would like go in. I have done all mine, and I would challenge you guys to walk through this. Whether you've been in here for a month or 13 years, right? It's good to learn and grow and to see those. So like when you click on the lesson, sometimes it's a video. That one I got done. Sometimes it's like I don't know which one has one, like a PDF. If it's a PDF, you have to click on the PDF to get it to like show you your completed button. And there's a PDF in English and one in Spanish. You'll have to click on both, because at first I couldn't get it to go through because I was just doing the English ones, but you have to click on both. If it's a PDF that has multiple pages, like some of them might have 3 pages, you got to scroll through all of them and look at those to pass it off. Okay, so that's the Learn on that one. Then the next,
the cool thing about that too, when you go through it, is they have quizzes too. So it's really nice that people can take the quizzes to see if they comprehended it, because I totally hit the wrong button and I was like, what are you doing, April? And it wouldn't let me complete the lesson. But it was really cool. And even like Mandy said, going in and watching it, like it brings a spark back into you, because like it's Misty Kirby talking to you, and it's so fun. So I love the quizzes because I'm a comprehensive person. So like, did I understand what I read? And now you can. So it's really nice. Sorry.
Perfect. I'm glad you pointed out. And you have to take a quiz to pass it. And but you can take it as many times as you want. And if you miss a question, they tell you what the answer is. So they got you covered. Okay, so the next one is contacts. You can sync this with the contacts in your phone, like you can import all of them. Or you can just search the contact. You still have to sync it, but you can just search the contacts in your phone and just import the ones you want. And so this is for either customers or people that may be interested in joining your team. What's cool about this is you can mark them as hot or cold, like if they're interested or if they're maybe not. So like Trevor Beeler here, I've got him down here, and there's a little sun, but like he's marked as hot, right? So it's right there. He's marked in there. And then you can go to all your marked as hots, and it like sorts it for you, or you're marked as colds. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna mute you guys just in case. I think some of it there we go. Maybe I got you. Okay, so that's really cool there. And you can also swipe to change it, like swipe to change it hot to cold like that, which is cool that it changes that way. And I just turned someone to cold. But anyways, got single contacts. And so that when you are in those original images that you want to send to a contact, it'll pull them from here. Then under the more on the right is a feed. That's this top one. And this is that message I told you I sent to Trevor, and then it shows that he opened it. So that's in my feed. And then you can also set reminders. Like if you want to follow up with someone, you could set that. And then the reminders tab is over here next to the feed. And so I think I set this as a reminder. I was just playing around with it. And then also under this more is little links to your business back office. So it'll pull up your regular back office dashboard, commissions, and the pulse, but it just makes it super easy to click on. And you can even enroll a consultant right there. And then it's got my profile and settings in there too. But I just feel like it took some things that were a little bit harder to find and made it all streamlined and linking to each other, which I think is so cool. So if you haven't gotten it yet, you should have gotten an email today with links on where to download it, or you can just search your app store for Paparazzi EXP. All right, Joni.
My favorite thing is it's free. Like, you could purchase all of this from other apps, but Paparazzi's giving it to us for free.
Yeah, I was looking at an app to organize like how to keep track of people who have been interested or asked me questions. And now I've got that here and it's free and it ties into the Paparazzi assets. I just think it's super cool. So I think that's a huge business builder and it's free and it's just awesome that they're providing that for us. I love it. Okay. So new announcements for that app and the new onboarding system. New people who join also get emails that walk them through steps as well, which is awesome. Other announcements were that they made upgrades to the Paparazzi Premier. That is the app that you guys use to track your inventory and to create your website. The #1 request was that there was a desktop version for those of you who want to work it on a desktop or a laptop. And that launched. And so you're able to do that on a computer now, which I know a lot of people love that bigger screen. They also had a really high request for using PayPal. And so they integrated PayPal into Paparazzi Premier, which includes the pay in 4 or the pay later that PayPal offers, where customers can say they had an order of $100, they can divide it up into 4 $25 payments. They did announce some upcoming features with Premier, including that you can build your own sets, like put a set together in your Premier. Like maybe you have a necklace that you love with these earrings and you want to put them as a set to sell. And so that's an upcoming feature. You can make custom categories. Maybe you know what your customers love. And so that'll be an upcoming feature. And also batch order invoicing is going to be an upcoming feature if you have a lot of sales for the week and want to batch invoice. So those were the Premier announcements. There was also new lines. So there are now cufflinks. They launched cufflinks, which I think is so fun. I think men or women can wear cufflinks, with those, the French cuff shirts. That's really great. They announced a holiday line in the fall preview. So you could see pictures like the little ghost earrings or the spiders or the Christmas bracelets, things like that. This is very throwback to me. I don't know if anyone remembers way back when those trolls were a thing, the troll earrings. I just remember I had every holiday. I had the Christmas trolls and the Valentine's trolls. And so for me, I love holiday jewelry and I'm excited about that. They announced that coming this fall, direct sets will be sold as a set option in the back office. So, sometimes you'll see a necklace and it has a matching bracelet and it has the set icon, but you buy them individually. You can still buy them individually, but in the fall, they will also be able to just buy it as a set. And so that way you're just grabbing the one set instead of trying to find the 2 pieces separately. So you'll have both options there. They did announce stainless steel pieces. They had some in the convention line, men's matching necklace and bracelet. And so we'll have more stainless steel pieces coming out, which I think is super cool. My son was just asking, like, do we have any stainless steel? I'm like, well, yes, we do. Like, it just came out. They announced 2 new Life of the Party levels. So Life of the Party used to top out at Empire Life of the Party. And now they added Imperial Life of the Party and then 2 people hit that this year. They had enough PV to hit it. They also added a legacy life of a party level. Nobody hit that yet, but they said they're confident that someone will hit it next year. So those are the 2 add-ons. Let's see. Oh, they also announced convention. And I'm trying to think, maybe like one of the very, very early years they announced the next convention, but I don't know if they ever did that or if they have. It's been a very long time where they announced the next convention at the previous convention. And I think that is so powerful because we can save now to be able to go. And if that's something you want to do to work towards that, like you already know the dates, the tickets go on sale October 8th, and the dates are July 28th through 31st. We're going to set a goal as a team to be able to have the most people attend convention that we ever have. So I'm excited about that. Okay, I'm going to get a drink. Does someone want to talk about the 4 fall trends who was at convention? Anybody want to take it over?
I don't have those notes here, or I would.
I can.
Okay, go for it. I'll be right back.
Let me get to the notes. Hold on.
Okay, I'll give you guys a preview. It's Campus Couture, Romantic Rebellion, Western Revival, and Glam. No, how do you say it? Noir? Kathy's gonna
Yeah.
read them for us. Okay.
Okay, for the Campus Couture, they said that there's going to be a lot of ties with plaid and boyfriend pants. For the jewelry, there'll be dainty metals mixed with Baroque pearls with vibrant colors. There's going to be playful, fun ballet flats, a lot of metallic in that trend. For the Romantic Rebellion, there's going to be bows, 3D elements, satins, chiffons, corsets, velvet chokers, embellished vintage accessories, femininity. There was a color Pantone golden palm that they put out there, and I did see in the fall line there were several of the pieces that were velvet with that golden palm Pantone. For the it's a yellow, but it's kind of can have like a green tone to it as well. Sorry. Okay, so then the next one would be Western Revivals, which goes again for the Western trim that was already in the spring. For that, there'll be long flowy dresses. There's fringe, tassels, has a lot of whimsy, influxes on denim, leather tassels. And she spoke about how to sell the tassels. Maybe a lot of people aren't selling the long necklaces, but tassels can pull you in and thin you out instead of, making you elongated or your customers. And it will have old gold and like an antique gold for the gold. Sorry, my throat. And then Glam Noir, however you say it. It's high-waisted pants, cheetah. She said that might not be the cheetah print that you already have, but it's like put into might be in the accessories more is what I understood from
Or
it,
like
but there still would be
patches.
some. Put tight skinners. I don't know what I put that what that meant. There'll be brown and black exotic animal prints, and this will include stacks of bracelets, and there'll be lots of layers. And that's what I have for that.
Perfect. That was more notes than I took, so we put the right person in charge. Thank you.
Misty also talked about how we're going to see the trends kind of overlapping into each other. So where if you just change up your outfit, then Santa Fe could be a Lips in Malibu type thing. So we're going to see them overcross each other.
Yes, and they will send those out in emails as we reach into the fall, which is great. There's also a promotion this month where you get that fall sampler pack, and there's 4 pieces, and it's a piece from each of those trends. Like one's romantic rebellion, one's campus couture, one's Western revival, and one's good glam. So I think that's a fun sampler pack that they have one from each. All right, so that kind of wrapped up the announcements. There was also, not officially from Paparazzi, but there's also leaders getting together to do the All In Tour. If anybody's interested in that, it is allintour2024.com. I think they have 5 stops. They have several cities. Most of them are kind of down south. I know Atlanta, Dallas, Vegas, Maryland, and one more, I think. But that's another great. I know I went when it came to Kansas City last year, and I thought it was great. It kind of dives into more the like the how-tos, and it was great. Okay, so at convention, they made all those announcements. They show, oh, Orlando, perfect. They showed all those new fall pieces. We all get excited. They show the Z collection pieces, like all the things, and there's just so many takeaways. So I thought we'd turn it over to those of us that were there to share for a minute or two something that stood out to them, whether it was a thought, an aha moment, I'm going to do this when I get back, anything like that. We're going to go just in alphabetical order. So if they're on, we've got April, then Candace, then Kathy, Joni, Kim, Mariah, Martha, and Sandy. I know April's got to jump off here real quick, so all yours.
Sorry, and I promise I'll come back and read your stuff because I am like all about learning. I could talk about convention for hours, but I don't have enough time to do that. So 2 big takeaways for me was Kevin Brown talked about when you look in the mirror and you look at yourself, who do you see looking back at you? Like the people that have helped mold you and shape you and all those things. And that has really struck a chord to the point where every time I talk about it, I almost cry. So that was like a big home hitter. Another one that I'm sure Mandy has shared with you was the life expectancy or the life of a piece of jewelry. You don't realize how many times, like even Mandy shows a piece, and so just to keep showing those pieces in different ways before you just throw it off to the side and be like, oh well, I showed it 2 times, that's enough, so I won't show it for another month. Like that was another big thing. I have so many other takeaways, but one big thing before I have to go. One, thank you so much for letting me be a part of your team and let my team learn from you guys. You guys are just amazing and I love you guys. But also, please, if you can, go to convention and go to EMP. The 2 reasons why I say that is I won my convention ticket free at EMP. It was like the price is right. I like freaked out. It was ridiculous. I was calling out my number. But then at convention, we got our ticket discounted. So if you can make those in-person events, they are just, it's, until you go, you don't know, but they're just something different. And to be able to actually like touch people and hug them and get to know them, there's just something, but then you have those perks too. So I have to go and sling some bling, but I love you guys so very, very much. Thank you guys for letting me like love on you and learn from you and all the things. So I promise I will rewatch and listen to all you guys. I promise, but I gotta go. So I love you guys.
Thank you, April. She's balancing all the things. So next up, we've got Candace and then Kathy.
There I am. I, like April, come away with a ton of things. Well, one I came away with that I didn't want. I come home with COVID, so they can keep that next year. I don't want that. But besides that, I cannot tell you how amazing convention was. I had a few issues on my own. Now I understand why I did, but that's beside itself. Even with those, I would still do that week over again in a second. I'm going to take a little different spin only because there's so many of us, and I know we're all going to say the same things because my big thing was Kevin Brown, and April already hit on it right away. My biggest thing was I already had an idea of paparazzi and what it is or what it was and what they are about. But to be at convention, and then Friday, I didn't fly out until 9 o'clock at night. So I rented a car and I drove down to headquarters. If anybody gets a chance to do that, you need to do that. I did a live for my customers while I was at headquarters, and I asked them if that was okay. And the girl's like, of course you can. It just, this company, I could go on, I don't have time to, but I could go on and on. But I mean, what company do you work for or are you affiliated with that you buy from and they give you free product? I mean, that right off the bat is just amazing to me. And then on top of it, all of these extra perks. And now we got new stuff for the fall sales stuff. And it's just, to me, convention was this glorious thing. And yes, we had to pay for a ticket, but what they spent on that and what they spent on us was phenomenal. If you have not been there yet, you're missing out. You have no flipping idea what that place is like. Even after seeing Mandy's pictures, it doesn't compare. The vacations that we've got coming up that you can win or earn or whatever, it's just the whole thing.
Okay. So I had a couple, well, I had a lot of things too, but the biggest one was, so name's Monica. She's the one that earned the
Yeah.
Empire, not Empire, Imperial Diamond, one of the sellers. And she had said something, I don't know if it was it must have been during the panel, but she was saying something like how you need to press and do your business and work your business. And, maybe you only go like live once a week or one time. And then you're like, I can't get any more customers, but you kind of have to like do more than that, like to find out when people are going to, because not everyone's just going to be online or on live for like Tuesdays or whatever. You might need to try around to see when you have the best times. And I know with the Facebook business page, you can kind of work that and see it in the settings and stuff. But also she was like, so you go live for an hour. Well, guess what? There's people still wanting to shop. And guess who is there for 3 hours? Me. I'm there afterwards, and they're going to come to me, and then they're going to just stick with me because I'm there to purchase from. And I mean, I also think of Mandy, how she does lives all the time. So Mandy's always there. So that's why people are going to go to her. Whereas with yours, like mine, I go live once a week. Well, I try to do more, but that's what I had. And that's the other thing that she said, or made me think of how people, like how much work you put in the business. And I was just thinking of like for me, like I don't put as much work as I did in one of my previous jobs, and I didn't make any money in that previous job. So why wouldn't I put at least that much effort into my business? Because there's a potential to earn. I mean, she sold 1.25 million in sales. I mean, at least. And they said that she's done that for the past 5 years and she hasn't even received any recognition for it. So, I mean, that's just one of my takeaways.
You're both great. Thank you. They do have a panel at the end, so it's really great to hear those one-on-one advice from the people on the panel. And I love that Candace shared the part that's hard to describe, right? The being there at convention, that you don't know that till you're there. So love both of that. Next up is Joni and then Mariah.
Hey. All right. So my favorite part of the convention, this is my second year going, is that we have access to other consultants. So if you're a star consultant, you have access to any consultant in the company. You just got to find them in the convention. But everybody's willing to talk to you. They're not, I'm too busy or nothing. And honestly, if you follow a lot of the elites pages, they'll post, hey, I'm going to be at this location if you want to. They even like walked around the Hall of Fame when we were in there a couple of times. Elites were just walking around, talking to people, giving advice, encouragement. From the moment you walk in, it's all encouragement. Like when you check in, I'm going to make a reel one day this week of where the check-in table was like matching our energy to the point they were exchanging jokes with my husband. The next second, I don't know, I had so many favorite parts. When I was writing this up, I was like, my favorite part, my other favorite part. But another favorite part is the random nuggets you get for your business. From every point you're in there, there's just little nuggets. When Missy was going over the fall line, she went over a acronym for dream, that every single letter did something to apply to your business and to grow your business. And I have those wrote down if anybody wants me to go over them one day. Even to the point where she was like, I asked the elites, and here are some of their advice for the acronyms. So everything there is just about growing your business. There's, you know, the keynote speakers that are there to kind of help you in your personal life, but it's just all about growing you and not necessarily paparazzi. Obviously, when you grow, paparazzi grows, but it's all about helping you. So going into convention, Mandy had challenged us all to come up with what we want to get out of convention. And when she said that, I was like, I have no clue. But as I thought about it, I asked myself, what am I missing? That's what I wanted to get out of it. What am I missing in my business where my pieces aren't coming together? And I really was like, that's what I want to learn, but I probably won't. But it started on our first day. We have a team meetup and we just talk. And April said in there, she's like, you know, I follow Mandy and they are always selling. Whether it's live, where it's a picture post, they're always selling. And then we go into the Hall of Fame and there's a group of us kind of walking around and we're looking at all these pictures of people who have, you know, hit different ranks. And we're looking at them and we're like, oh, I follow them. They're always selling. And then you go to the next, you know, wall and they're like, oh, I follow this person. They're always selling. And I started thinking, if somebody looked at my page, would they be able to say, oh, Joni's always selling? And the answer was no. So that was my biggest takeaway, is that I need to do more. Like, keep doing what I'm doing, but do more. Continue to do more. Another thing that stuck out is when Shani was talking, she said something that I used to do. I used to rewatch my lives all the time, but I don't do that anymore. And she said that when we rewatch our lives, we should ask ourselves, is that someone I would shop from? Is that someone I would want to sign up under? And so that kind of hit me like, ooh, that is a very good question to ask. And then the next walkaway was when Missy was doing the acronym for DREAM. The A is accessible. Sorry. She asked, does your customers know when you're live and where you're selling? And so I started visualizing my page and my group and what I do on my page and what I do on my group. And I felt very scattered. Like, it's like, I am not 100% sure that that's what I do. And so then I was like, if I don't know, sorry, we're moving again, so I need to rebuckle up. If I don't know, then my customers don't know. And so I walked away with challenging myself to do two things before I got home. One, figure out a schedule, and two, make it to where my customers know where I'm at, what I'm posting. I cannot buckle up apparently. There we go. So to challenge myself before I got home, if you don't know, we drive, so it's kind of a long drive, to have a schedule and to know where I'm going live, where I'm posting. And so now I'm only going to utilize my business page and chat. So I'm going to do away with my VIP group. once everybody follows my business page. I'm sending out personal invites and telling them, hey, I'm closing my VIP out just so I can focus on my business page. Another part that I absolutely love is the elite panel that Manny was talking about all ago. And that's just where Trent's sitting around talking to a handful of elites and asking them questions that we all want to know. And it's to benefit your business. And one of the questions he was asking about goals, and Monica put out there, she's like, I hate the word goals because people are like, my goal is to sell 10 pieces tonight. They sell 10 pieces and they're like, okay, I'm done. And then the next night they want to sell 20 pieces. They sell 20 pieces and they're like, okay, I'm done. I hit my goal. When really Trent would call it your bare minimum. And so that's what I kind of wrote was my goal needs to be my bare minimum and not to stop when I hit that goal. That's all I have. I mean, I have more, but that's all I've got for.
Okay, hi everybody. First I want to say thank you for including Sandy, April, and I. It meant a lot. I want to cry. Jeez. We had a team meeting yesterday, and April had us, say our takeaways, and I did learn a lot from the speakers. Jeez, Pete. Sorry. But I think I learned more from just walking around and actually talking to other consultants. From other star consultants to, I really got to know, and maybe a little too personal, Black Diamond, Jennifer Johnson. She was such a sweetheart. We talked for hours. She really gave me a lot of good advice. And yeah, Joni hit on a lot of it. Making yourself visible. I know I wasn't that good with that, and I'm trying to. That's one of my goals, is to, do my stories, do my the reels, and just be there. So like she said, if they come to my page, are they going to actually see me or no? So I want to make sure that that's one thing that I implement for sure. I can't remember who it was on the elite panel, but this was a big one for me. I never tended to post very much because I always felt like I was just being annoying to people by posting about my business. I'm really sensitive about stuff like that. But the ones lady, I can't remember who it was, said that I'm not bragging or boasting, I'm just business posting, and that really made a lot of sense. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of business posts in the last few days, and not only has my viewers went up in the last few days, I've already sold 10 of my convention pieces. I've sold a Z. I've sold Z bracelets now already. And I can just tell the difference in just the past few days, just by implementing those little things, just by being able to be seen. So that was the big one for me. And it's working.
I love hearing that. Like, you guys jumping right in after convention and implementing those things. And for me, in past conventions, those are my takeaways too. The ones where I talk one-on-one with people. And I'm not that outgoing, but if I'm standing in line next to someone, I get to know them that way. I mean, I met April at convention. Like, it's those smaller connections that have that biggest impact over time, I think. And it's a big part of what convention is. All right, we're gonna wrap it up with Martha, if you're ready, Martha. I don't see Sandy on, so Marka, and then I'll go. Martha had you off mute, but we couldn't hear you. Oh, it might be a technical difficulty. Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, there it is. Yep, perfect.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm driving home. Okay, you can hear me, right? Nod your head, Mandy.
Yeah, we gotcha.
Okay, I can barely hear you on my end. I had my phone plugged into my car, but I guess my speaker wasn't working. Anyways, I'll try to make it fast. The alarm went off for this meeting, and it was my alarm to get up and leave work. I was trying to make it on time. So hopefully I don't get cut off. I'm almost home and I'm going through the hills. But there was a lot. I mean, this convention, there was so much to kind of go over in my head. And this weekend, I loved all the speakers. I really, really enjoy seeing the elite leaders up on the panel answering questions, and it's just real life when they're asked questions and they answer, and it's from the heart. Let's see. Hold on, I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to be at home for this meeting, but unfortunately I had to work late. Takeaways was, like Joni, what I kept seeing and hearing were all the the top sell. They all pretty much go live all the time. It's kind of what I'm hearing over and over. And I watch a lot of them. I kind of pop in just kind of to see how they, do their lives and to try to learn from them. One of the things that happened to me, which I was so excited about, is Lady M, Brinson, the Brinsons. I actually ran into them on my way back to the room, and it was weird because during when they were, I kept thinking, I'm like, oh man, she's gonna hit, the most active level. She's gonna hit, 300. Well, we actually met her grandmother in the Hall of Fame, I think it was. Was it the Hall of Fame or the preview? I forget. But anyways, we actually met her.
It was the Hall of Fame.
Grandmother. Yeah, the grandmother, and she had on a really cute, like, blingy outfit, and she was real proud. And on her sleeve, it showed 400. And I kind of leaned over to Joni and I said, I bet you she hit the 400. And she's like, no. Well, then when they didn't mention it, it was like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that if they don't have a, level or a rank, they don't acknowledge it. But like in the case of Monica Cox, that girl hit that level the past 5 years, but it was only this year that they acknowledged it, which I thought was really, really awesome. And it, from the sounds of it, that girl's not going to stop. She's going to hit the next level. But okay, I don't know why. Hold on one second. And of course I left my notes at work. What else? Shoot. Oh, Chef Jeff, his story is incredible. If you guys have a chance, look him up. I mean, he basically was a convicted felon in prison, and he found his passion, which it was basically food. And is he a pastry chef? I forget, I think.
Executive
Anyways,
chef.
but yeah, so I mean, he turned his life around, and his story is just amazing. And don't let other people's thoughts or comments define who you are. You write your story, and you go forward, and you move. Don't let any negative people basically into your circle. But yeah, if you guys have a chance to go, sell your way and get that ticket, and go to convention, because it really does. One of my coworkers asked me, "Oh, how was your week?" And I said, "Great." I go, "It was great to be around positive and kind people, because I work full time and I work in the corporate world. I work in the health industry, and trust me, it's not fun." It's healthcare, but when you're on the corporate side and in leadership, it's not fun. So I was completely blessed and re-energized by being out there with fellow Papa sisters and getting to know Joni a little bit more. And yeah, that's it.
Plus, you did a couple of lives.
That's great. Yeah, you guys were going live there. You were doing all the things, and I love seeing that. I love you connecting, and because as we're connected, we can help each other learn and grow. I love that. In the beginning, Misty talked about how the difference between your dreams and reality is getting gutsy, right? Having the guts to make a plan and to execute that plan. She talked a lot about do whatever you need to do scared, right? Like just close your eyes and go for it. Do something scared. And she wants you to think about what is a dream that you want to achieve, right? Write that down. What's going to push you? What's going to motivate you? And that daring to dream requires that confidence and going in and pushing beyond maybe what you can do for that next time. So if anybody has any questions, you can drop them in our group, and I'm going to try and save this so that we can post it on Facebook for you guys, or yeah, somewhere. I'll make sure that we can get it posted somewhere. It would not stream to Facebook for some reason. I thought it would, but anyway, technology. But it was really great. Lots of takeaways. So I'm sure that our upline, Michelle Johnny, will also do a recap so that you guys can watch that and her team group. And she usually goes into a lot of detail, so that might be a great one to catch as well. But I just thought this would be a fun way to see those quick updates and announcements that were made and kind of get a taste of the different takeaways that everyone had. It was great. Start planning for 2025. Its theme is Game On, and it's in Vegas again, July 28th through 31st. And we'll do all the things again, meet together as a team. We'll be able to see all those upcoming pieces. All of that happens at convention. So it's really great to be a part of. And then we can bring it back and share it with you, those of you who didn't go, and you can all implement those into your business. The fall line, I posted sneak peek pictures in our team group of the fall preview. And those are just pieces that will roll out throughout the fall. I feel like the fall line launches September-ish, end of August, early September type. There's never really a set date, but they usually let us know right before it's happening. And then it's not like those pieces are all going to drop on one day. They'll just be scattered throughout the fall and the winter. And so I'm just looking forward to all of that. All right, so I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for joining us here on a Monday night. And again, if you have any questions, message me or drop them in our team group, and we can get those taken care of for you. You're all amazing. I would challenge you to get the Paparazzi EXP app. And by the end of the week, go through the Learn section, walk your way through all of those trainings. Again, it looks like a lot. Most of the videos are about a minute long, so they're just kind of brief snippets. They're not real in-depth, but it just gets you excited about your business, and that way you know what your new teammates will be getting when they sign up, so that you'll know how to walk them through that as well. So try it out, and then push all the buttons in there, like add the contacts, do the things, add some of your own graphics, so that you can utilize that app and just play around with it. That's what I've been doing today, and it's fun to try something new, even if new things are scary, but this one is very user friendly so far. So all right, you guys, I will work on getting that recording up. Hope you're having a great night. We'll see ya. Bye.